Great. Now Zivkovic is leading on a free as well. Now what? Hello? Mr. Chairman, how are you? Yes, mate, I know I'm not operating within the budget. You changed the budget at the last minute. Offload some players. I'd never thought of that, mate. You're a visionary. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It's Season 2, Episode 2, and today, I hope you liked your new intro, by the way. Massive thanks to Egil, I think it is at the club. Egil, I pronounced it wrong, I apologise, mate, but sent me so much wonderful stuff. So yeah, we were able to put that together thanks to him, so that was amazing. I'm really, it's so good, it's just so good. I really love, I like it, so I hope everybody else does. But anyway, we start in finances, and that is because, well, the board have decided that we are not sticking to the plan of keeping to the budget, and that is because they changed the budget after we'd signed contracts. So I don't know what we do about this. I mean, there's potentially we could come third and then get sacked or not offered a new contract because we haven't kept to the budget. So I am just extremely frustrated with this, and I'm not sure what we do. I mean, we've got to take $2,000 off the wage budget somehow. Now, we can do it. I mean, we can do it. If we look at the squad and what everybody's on, there's a couple of players here on £600 a week. Runarsson and Hammer, these are existing contracts. They will be leaving at the end of the season, presumably. That's $1,200 straight away. And then, we could, I mean, Sayas, we've got to keep some quality. So I don't want to lose Sayas, Moa, and Dongala and Oscarson. Presumably one of those two could potentially go. Binetku and Jonsson, who are up at the end of the year, they'll probably have to go. I mean, if they go, that's another 800. There's our $2,000. So we can get there. And of course, Saskafong is already leaving as well, and as is our goalkeeper, who's unfortunately not on very big money, but Zivkovic as well. He will be leaving, but on a free. But I mean, £200 a week is not going to solve much problems for us, is it? So, yeah, I mean, we'll get there. I just don't know if we're going to get there before the end of the season when my contract is up. So it's just frustrating. I don't know what to do, basically. But anyway, there is some games to catch you up on since last episode. So let's do that. Let's see how, maybe if we win the league, they won't sack me. They'd have to renew me then, wouldn't they? Surely. So after a disappointing, perhaps, start to the season last episode, we faced the team that was right up there last season. I think ended up third. It was HK. We had a halftime lead when Sayas picked out Ndongala. But HK pulled level in the second half. So a decent result, this one. You can see, as ever, we sort of 1xG, as we always seem to do. Their goal was just a little bit special, which is always frustrating when that goes in against you. But away from home, against a team that is expected to be at the top of the league, that's a good point. So we'll take that and run. The next game was against newly promoted Sajazjan. I'm not quite sure how you say that, shockingly enough. Adel Steinston gave us the lead with a stunner. Before Ndongala crossed for Jonsson to seal the points. So this was a team that was 90-1 on to win the league. I think that's how you say it. I'm not good with odds, but I think that's they were the favourites, runaway favourites, newly relegated to go straight back up. And we played really, really well. What about the goal from Adel Steinston? We signed him as a centre. Well, he is a centre back. To be able to do that, that'll solve a few goal problems, won't it? And then Jonsson did what we needing to do and just put away the chances for us. And yeah, could not be happier with this. We absolutely bossed possession again, and they really didn't get a look in, which was a magnificent performance from us. And Zivkovic played well as well, now that he knows he's leaving for free. So let's have a look at what that means for the table. And we've now played 3, won 1, drawn 2. We sit in third. Magni, who, I mean, newly promoted, they're not expected. They were favourites to go down. They're 3 from 3. HK is right up there as well. We're the only team that have taken points off them so far. So that is, it's all looking okay right now. So let's hope that that continues. Today we are playing, obviously, a cup game here against top flight opposition, and the league game is against this team here, Fylkir, who have drawn 2 and lost 1 so far this season. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Now, one other piece of housekeeping before we get to the game is we've got to show who won last season's Goal of the Season competition. So the goal that you guys voted Goal of the Season was With 62%, the same goal that the game gave. It's eggs on toast. What a strike that was to get us an early lead in that one. So this brings us to the cup game. Top flight opposition. We are currently, we are at home. They are currently, let's say where they are in the league. Let's have a quick look here. I thought it showed it in this screen. They are currently 5th, if you can't see that up there. So they're a decent side, aren't they? 5th in the higher division. This is the team we're sending out. It's Zivkovic in goal. You can see there he's unhappy. He's wanted. He's leaving on a free. I think that being the case, if we were to get a bid, we'd have to really seriously consider it, I think. It's Binaku, it is Adel Steinston, it's Magoma and Shiba as the back four. Sayas, Maya and Litzen, you can see we're getting these link-ups now, which is good. Ndongala and Moa are in wide areas. It's Jonsson up front. We've got options as Vaskafong, Oscarson, a couple of the youngsters are there on the bench as well. So, yeah, we really need to go deep in this cup to try and get ourselves into Europe. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Jajalo, that's a good name, isn't it? Their goalkeeper there. I don't recognise too many names. What do we got here? Let's say go out there, just enjoy yourselves tonight. We have demotivated the goalkeeper. Excellent, he's motivated now. Aggressive is Maya, but that's to be expected. And Jonsson is just looking composed up front, which is absolutely fine. If you have a composed striker, that is not too bad. So I do think we are a little bit better than that recent form suggests. Now, as you may have realised with the haircut and whatnot, we are back to recording sort of not finished all the games or the episodes I had pre-recorded before our son was born. But James is here, he's healthy. My wife is recovering well from the C-section, albeit it's a long recovery. So I'm hoping there will be sort of no missed episodes from now on, but if there might be a day or two here where I just have to miss an episode. If that is the case, header in there, and Maya gives us the lead early doors in the cup. Third round, and that is absolutely huge. And a nicely worked goal it was as well. Second phase from the corner. Litzen has another go at it, gets the ball to the back post. Moa's there, back across goal, and Maya attacking as he tends to do, and plants the header nicely in the corner. So yeah, it just depends. So hopefully that we'll sort of be back on a regular schedule now. So I don't think I've missed an episode of this particular series, which is good. Maybe one right at the start I missed. But anyway, hopefully, as I say, we are good to go now, and that is blasted into the fans. But yeah, massive thanks to everybody at the club too in the last week or so that has reached out to me. As I say, Agil, I'm sorry, mate. Everybody knows I'm terrible with pronunciations. But yeah, there's some drone footage that he sent me. The club song, which is the catchiest thing on the planet. Here we go. Then Ndongala. Oh, he's gone a little bit too narrow. Can he come back? Oh, he can! And Ndongala makes it 2-0. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. 17th minute, and it is 2-0 to Grindavik. And, well, this is nicely worked as well. I thought here he'd taken a little bit. I think he thought he was looking for a pullback. There was no one really available, and he's just bent his foot around it and put it in the back of the net himself. So a goal and an assist for Ndongala. We've come straight back. And what we don't want, of course, is having just established a 2-goal lead, is to go and find ourselves back at 2-1. Magoma to Maya. It's wide there for Ndongala. Cross from Moa. Those two are just going to be so important for us this year, aren't they? Good ball there for Binaku. Can Toast get a ball across the box that's blocked? Jonsson's there putting pressure on. And Litzen should win that. He does. Moa back to Sayas, to Maya. We've got the overlapping run there of Shiba as well. If we want to use that, we look for Ndongala instead. Can he pull it back across goal? It's Jonsson, and Jonsson off the post. Makes it 3-0. 2 goals in as many minutes. And are we finding ourselves cruising into the next round of this cup competition? Let's hope so. Yeah, because the wage budget it's actually a serious problem because, I mean, who are we going to sell players to? That's the thing, isn't it? And I mean, I'm at the point where I don't know if I just release. I mean, it may come to this, just release players just so that we're under the wage budget. It's not going to save the club any money, and the thing I have to confess I don't know is that if I was to just release a player, is that money going to come out of the wage budget anyway? In which case, we might as well have a body to use. Or is it, are they look at it as that, well, they're not there anymore, the wage budget's been reduced, which is kind of a silly way to look at it because you're still paying them. It's just that you're paying them off in one go rather than, rather than actually paying it off through the season. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If anybody does know that, by the way, let me know. Jonsson's lost confidence. I did just say don't get complacent, mate. Not you've been terrible. But let's see how this second half starts. Adel Steinsen's got a little bit of work to do there, but enough pressure on them to put that ball over the top. And we'll give it a praise just to try and undo a little bit of maybe some damage that I did with the halftime talk. Header in there, and it's off the post. Crossbar by Magoma. And here we go. That ends the highlight. But yeah, it does make me wonder, you know, when we've played these teams in the Cup, these top flight teams, we have been able to, I mean, obviously we lost to one that ended up being relegated last year, so we're not obviously the finished article, but if we were, we wouldn't be struggling away down in the second tier. But it does make me wonder, if we were to get ourselves promoted, we chances are possibly do okay in the top flight. But I do think, and as a number of you pointed out, regular goal scoring is going to be the problem. But I do think there's probably enough about us with Ndongala and Moa, if they stay fit, to themselves get some goals and then create enough for others to get goals. Sayes is there, cross there for Binaku, and eggs on toast has done it again. He just loves getting forward from left back. He is really, really starting to grow into his role at this club. Bit of a slow start, if we're honest, but he's getting better and better and better. And that is the cherry on top of the cake. That is us through to the next round. First time hit as well. Bet the Albanian national team manager's looking at that. So there we go. It is 4-0. It is job done in the Cup. Absolute domination and goals to go with it as well. And it's difficult to be anything other than pleased with that. We'll say don't get complacent, but, I mean, it was obviously a very, very good performance. We can see the other results there. Are there any upsets? I don't... Oh, FH has lost to Fylkir, who we're playing next, so that's probably a bit of an upset, I would imagine. So we win in the third round. It's absolutely dominant, and a goal, an assist, and just general running of the show for Ndongala. Wonderful stuff. Guys, wait right there. We'll be back to face, who was I say? It was Fylkir in the league. And, well, that's the one we just need to win every game we play, basically. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready for our league fixture, but a couple of things to catch you up on. First of all, one thing here is one of our youth intake players. I do like to name these guys, as I said, after my Patreon supporters. So Gary Turpitson is the new man, just been renamed. So there's a link in the description to the Patreon. If you are a qualifying Patreon supporter and would like to have one of the youth intake renamed after you, you too could be part of the Grindavik squad. Now, speaking of being part of the Grindavik squad, we have managed to make a signing. It is a free signing in the sense that it's a loan with no fee or no wages. It is a young goalkeeper who is Icelandic, and he arrives in a month's time, 1st of July. My thinking with this one is he comes in and we'll try and cash in on Zivkovic, and we'll sort of save ourselves £200 a week. I don't know, as I say, I don't know how we fix this budget, but this is potentially one way to do it. And he is a decent goalkeeper. So let's have a look at his career. He has spent time at Wolves. He hasn't played for Wolves, but he spent time there. And he's played a little bit in the top flight of Finnish football as well. So he's never really made himself a home. Let's hope that we can get him in and well, maybe he likes it here and we can keep him. But let's focus on jobs at hand, which is the league. We're facing Fylkir, who are currently 11th, 4-2-3-1 formation. And this is a team we're sending out now. You can see, having just played in the Cup, we do have to rest some legs here. So it's Zivkovic in goal. It's Binaku, Adil Steinsen. Antonsen is going to come in. He's one of the new centre-backs, of course. So he replaces Magoma, with Renatsen coming in to play down that right-hand side at right back. Sayes, it's Helgason and Hammer that will complete the rest of the midfield for us here. And then it's the same front three of Ndongala, Moa and Jonsson up top. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise too many names in that opposition lineup. We, again, will say go out there and enjoy yourselves today. We've just got to try and relax, be as confident as we can, and try and get the win here. Now, they haven't won a game yet all season. 2 draws and a loss for them. So, hopefully, you know, we can keep that that trend going for them. I was going to say something then, and it's completely gone. We do have some tied legs. We would have seen some heavy match load there. The top two, actually, I was going to say, Magni and HK played each other and drew, so they've both dropped 2 points. So if we can get the win here, now it is away from home, which we've seen it, historically makes it a little bit more difficult in this league. But if we can get the win, we can put ourselves right back up in that promotion conversation as well of hitting courage. Just as the highlight started there, we've got a free kick to defend. It's in an awkward place where he could shoot or he could cross. Looks like he's probably lining up for a shot. He does, and Zivkovic is there, but not for the second time. And in the 9th minute, we find ourselves behind. And, well, that's obviously not ideal. Especially given, Zivkovic made a good save first time, and just not much he could do about the rebound, was there? This is the issue with the Cup, of course, is that it's midweek. This is obviously now the weekend, but we just don't get much time to recover. So Hammer is there. Hammer loses out, and we should pick this up, shouldn't we? Say yes down there for Hammer. Hammer again loses out. We just don't have any depth. Sayas with a good returning tackle there and can't quite get Jonsson in over the top. We just have no depth in midfield either. I mean, Hammer's not really a central midfielder. He's got a good pass there for Jonsson. He's absolutely smashed the crossbar. And that ends the highlight. Hammer is not really a central... He's more of a wide player, I would say. And, I mean, Helgason is fine. He's not ideally who I'd have playing in midfield, but he's more than capable of doing it. Can Hammer win that? No, he's just not quite strong enough in there. Oh, and they've picked us apart straight through the middle, and Adel Steinston gets back. Moha now with a free kick. Can we get a ball in that's quality? It was decent. It's headed away. Hammer picks it up. Hammer, you've got to go, mate. You've got to go. What can we do with him? Do we... we just don't have depth in that position, but he's... Good header. He's just giving the ball away. So we'll bring on Litson, and hopefully he's got enough legs to get to the end. I was already thinking we'll probably have to take Sayas off in the second half and bring Meyer on to play in that position. And that is just a really good header, really good goal. We'll try a berating. And it's another one of these, despite dominating possession, that we are just not quite able to get ourselves on top in the game. Litson now, let's see what he can do. Moa with a good chance to whip across in. There it is, and it is Jonsson! Oh, how has that stayed out? We're not playing with much luck here, I've got to say. And can we get one back before half-time? There's a ball in from Litson. Oh, and it's only just wide from Antonsen. So it is going to be 2-0 at the break, but it's a broken record. We're absolutely dominating the game. We've been unlucky so far, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing, and it should be fine. I think what we might do, given that Jonsson was on a heavy match load coming into the game, let's bring Saskafong on for him. And then we'll leave a sub. I'm thinking Sayas is going to have to come off at some point for Maya, but we'll hold off on that one for a little bit yet. Kick-off highlights. Next goal on this one is absolutely massive, isn't it? Helgason, it's there for Litson. Gets it wide, looking for Ndongala. Can he wrap his foot around that? He can. Oh, penalty. Saskafong goes down. An instant impact. Litson looks like he's going to take it. And can he stick this away? It's massive. We need this. We just need this to go in. Litson. Oh, he's done it. And it's 2-1 seconds into the second half. A 4th goal of the season. Let's demand more. And, well, that is the perfect start. It's exactly the sort of start that we needed. And what we need now is to go on with this. We've got a corner to defend. Ball in. It's well claimed by Zivkovic. We are going to miss him. He's a very good goalkeeper for this level. But, yeah, I mean, it's hard to be annoyed at him. I promised him promotion. Obviously, he doesn't want to play second flight football in Iceland. He wanted to go into the top flight. Saskafong. Oh, it's there. It's a goalkeeping error. And Saskafong can't direct his header on target. And, well, we almost turned it around in 5 minutes there. So, yeah, it's difficult to be angry at Zivko. Oh, that's a red card, isn't it? Straight through Helgason. And, well, we've been caught out there at the back. back, and Adele Steinston and Zivkovic combine to just about keep that out. Now, why are we getting done over the top? That really shouldn't be happening here. Anyway, so yeah, like I say, it's difficult to be angry at him. It's just unfortunate that his contract is coming up right now, and yeah, well, if we can sell him, then we will. We'll cash in. Zivko, Runatsen with a good block, and here we go now with Ndongala. He's got very little support with him. He doesn't tend to need it, and he's won a free kick there. Very well done. And it's unfortunately not going to lead to anything. Let's go attacking. And let's see what becomes of this highlight now. Sayas, who is absolutely destroyed. He's playing well, but he is surely on his last legs. Ndongala, wonderful ball to play him in. It's Saskafong! Oh, I thought he was going to stuff it up. But we have pulled back level. Sayas has just got to come off. There's nothing left. And that is magnificent. We will confirm that change. Good ball from Runatsen, wasn't it? Played in Ndongala beautifully. Ball back. Oh, wasn't actually. He was going for goal himself. And Saskafong's effort, it was half blocked. But a half block still ends up in the back of the net. Offside, are we talking close? Well, it wouldn't matter if Saskafong was offside there, would it? Anyway, it doesn't matter because it wasn't given and he was onside. And can we now complete the comeback? Are we? No, Steve achievement's got to be 3-0, doesn't it, to get that one? Litzen and Ndongala with a weird-looking 1-2. Runatsen with a ball in. Saskafong! And he has done it! It's 3-2! And we have turned it around. Magnificent stuff from our Grindavik side. And is this going to be... is this the game? Is this the game that everything starts to turn around for us? 2-0 down at half-time. 63rd minute, and it's 3-2. And you've got to say, Hammer going off was very much the turning point in this game. So, I know some people from Grindavik are watching. I hope he's not one of them, because you've embarrassed yourself here, mate, if you are. But yeah, there we go. Let's go back off attacking now. We can go back to positive. Let's keep our focus, please, boys. We don't have any more subs, do we? No, we have made our 3. And can we get another goal just to make it that slightly bit more comfortable? Saskafong picks up a loose head up. He goes himself. He's obviously confident. I think there may have been better options there for him. But those fresh legs up top have certainly made a difference. Now, I've learnt from previous times, we're not going to try and protect the lead because we can't do that. But the time is running down, and that is a magnificent come from behind, come back from the dead victory. 3-2 in the end. Saskafong with a double, and what's his name? Litzen got himself a goal as well. So a huge result takes us within 2 points of the top of the league. Only 1 goal outside of being in the promotion places outright. Although Faulkner is just a point back with a game in hand, so they potentially are ahead of us. But of course, after 4 games gone, we're not going to worry too much about that. Job security is currently stable, so that is good. The issue, as it will be for a long time, is going to be that wage budget, but there's not much we can do about it right now. Super sub, Saskafong, that is difficult for me to say. And he is just incredible. 2 goals, won the penalty as well, let's not forget. And, well, magical stuff from our boys there. So that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. That's as good as it gets, I think. And we will be back next time. We've got Fram Rikavik. Now, we played them in the League Cup earlier on this year. Where is it here? We played him in a friendly as well, but we did play him in the League Cup, I thought. Yeah, here it is here. 3-1, and it wasn't a game we got massively outplayed in. They are currently top of the top flight, though, so that's going to be very tough. And then we'll face Magni, who they were favourites to be relegated, currently top of the league. If we can win those 2 games, then maybe we do start to believe. But until then, guys, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.